what's that you say? There's a quirky, cool new internet show featuring rising stars and living legends too. It's a live fun time and full of surprise.
It's MaYBe the WeLDeRs. Woo!
Girls are boys who play guitar, who write the songs, they'll break your heart. Get in your head, rip apart. It's girls are boys who play guitar. It was so nice to see you, where you danced to turn me on. We let you move, yeah. You had me all night long. And the show was over. I need to know your name. If I forget it, I don't even need to explain. It's girls and boys who play guitar, write the songs, they'll break your heart. Get in your head, rip you apart. It's girls and boys who play guitar. So we get together, and I know we can't do no wrong. Think that you know me, all the words to all my songs. But it's time to go now. And I get to really know the town. And another girl takes it. I can't pick up to put down. Cause girls and boys who play guitar, write the songs that'll break them heart. And in your head, girls and boys who play guitar.
So, you know how I know you guys is from Steve.
Sure.
Steve, yeah,
So
absolutely.
Steve is a welder that, is he welding right now?
He is actually welding. He's welding something. I don't know.
He may be welding.
He's actually welding.
He may be welding. We didn't even catch that. That went, shh.
Yeah, he's welding musical notes into child's brains at the moment. He's a music teacher, but he's not rocking with us. He's an amazing musician, so that's what he does. He's welding the knowledge of music.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland originally. From Dublin.
Did you know that today is the day in history that potatoes were brought to England?
I didn't know that.
And
Then
if
why
they
do they
weren't
call
brought
it
to England, where do you know, if they weren't brought to England on this day, they probably wouldn't have made it to where you're from.
The way the names are, that's very true.
Yeah, and do you know where potatoes originally come from?
They're from like South Central America kind of area. Right?
You're a bright man. They're from Colombia.
Colombia.
Sofia
yeah.
Vergara.
I didn't know specifically that's where it was, but there you go.
Yeah, well, I found that out in like the 1500s. But they went to England on December 3rd.
Where are French fries from?
Where do French fries?
French? Okay, come on. Why is it French? Why are they French fries?
Because they're pommes frites.
Oh, yeah.
Oui, oui. Merde. We're going back to Merit again. It's the shit show. No, just kidding. So
I heard that French fries are actually Belgian, and Belgian waffles are possibly from France. And French toast was originally German toast, but they changed it at World War I. Although I don't think the Germans actually ate it.
are you a history teacher?
No, I just remember stupid facts from history.
Those are not stupid facts. Those are the facts that we should be learning in history, because if we were tested on stuff like that, we might all get A's.
That's true. Well, I'll start my own history course about the dubious international origins of food.
You just lost me there. You had to use a big word like dubious.
I don't know. They don't have Danishes in Denmark. I don't think.
What?
As far as I know.
Well, you know
As
spaghetti.
far as I know.
You know Marco Polo found spaghetti in China.
I heard that may not be true, but I like to think he did.
I would believe you.
Do they have Great Danes in Denmark?
Great Danes, they might. Some of them are great. Some
That's
Danes are
at least
great.
one.
Hey, where do French fries come from?
Who's on first?
Wait, all right. So maybe the welders might
Maybe
know.
others. Yeah.
So when's your next gig?
Next gig is next Wednesday, the 10th at the Barry Electric, which we love playing at.
Yes,
It's at
how can you not
10 p.m. Barry Electric on December 10th.
That works.
Next
I was there last night. It's such a great stage.
We love. Yes, the last gig we played was about a month ago there, and we love that place.
And do you want to introduce yourself? Or like-
I'm Declan, and this is Greg. We both play guitar and sing. The band, Peachy can't be here tonight. He's the drummer. He's come back from Brazil. He's a Brazilian drummer. So
Obrigado.
Obrigado, exactly. And Steve, as you know, brilliant bass player, good musician. He's busy tonight, he can make it either. So we're here representing the band, you know. So.
The band? Do you? Yeah, like how long have you been in America? Because you're
22 years.
so like when you go to Ireland, do you sound Irish, or do they think you sound American?
I go back and forth all the time. It's like,
Can we hear your Irish accent?
No, I would do
He's got to have a few shots.
Exactly. I only had 2 beers today, so I need a few more shots. I've never done that. No, you don't want to know.
Do you have a leprechaun?
You don't want to do that. You don't want to kiss a Largest.
I want a leprechaun though.
You know what the local kids do in the Largest?
What?
They break in at night and they do their thing.
Oh, that's cool.
It's the same.
Nothing.
Like sex?
Well, just urinate.
Oh, peeing.
Oh, they
It's
do
not that.
Do they shit on it too?
I don't think there's. No.
I think in the spirit of today's show, they do shit on it.
It's the shit show.
Actually, it is a shit.
Yeah.
How do you say shit in Irish?
How do you say shit?
Took a shite.
I always say shite. You know, I guess English.
You took a shite.
Isn't that a past tense?
I think in Gaelic, yeah, I don't know.
I have a. Do you read
I shite.
Gaelic? Do you read
A
Gaelic?
little bit.
Oh my god, I have a dress that I've had for a very long time, and it has Gaelic writing all down the sides, and I don't know what it says, and I'm always looking for somebody that speaks Gaelic.
I do. I speak the rudimentary.
Can you read it?
I can read a little bit of it.
Oh my god, I gotta show you my dress.
Yeah. Come on over and show me your dress.
You might not know what it says.
I want to know what it says.
You might not.
I've wanted to know for years. It's a Boy of London dress. You're right. Maybe I don't want to know what it says. It's from like the 70s. It's like a Gaelic all down the sides. And I've always been looking for someone.
Yeah, no, I could probably translate some of it.
Cool. So back to you. Where were you raised?
I was raised in Maine, state of Maine.
Oh, my daughter went to school in Maine.
Oh, really? Whereabouts?
She went to Colby.
Oh, very nice. That's much better than the school I went to in Maine, so that's great.
Which school did you go to?
I went to the University of Maine in Orono for a year.
Is that north of Colby?
Yeah, I think yes.
She's Waterville.
Waterville is about a half hour south of where I grew up.
So you're near Bangor?
I'm from Bangor.
Ah,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Maine. I never went to Maine in my life, and now I can't even count how many times I've been to Maine.
Oh well, good. It's a wonderful place to visit.
It's another, yeah, exactly.
It's year round. It's a little bit of a grind, but it's always nice to go back, you know. And people from New York,
Don't they call it the
Vacation.
Yeah,
Vacation land,
yeah.
which is kind of because we have a large tourism industry and sort of very locally, you know, like
where the Hyannisport people go.
well, like people from like the East Coast go to Maine for vacations, but a lot of people, if you go to the West Coast, they think we're part of Canada. They don't really know that Maine is a state.
Yes, they do.
No, when my sister went to Seattle, a lot of people thought that the state was called New England and Maine was a city. They weren't really sure.
Well, that makes sense. Do you like lobster?
I do like lobster.
Is it best in Maine?
It is. It's best and it's a lot cheaper. So that's good.
It's like McDonald's.
Yeah. No, it is. We had McDonald's lobster sandwiches.
Yeah.
It's actually a true thing. It's like the McLobster. And I thought it was really weird that other people didn't have it. So I guess
I love lobster
that was
Well,
like,
they have in France. They have pommes frites in McDonald's. Yeah, they do. And today happens to be National Apple Pie Day. So it's just amazing that there's two pieces of
I think
apple
it
pie.
was meant to be, I think.
Yeah, one for each of you. So I need a skeleton from each of your closets.
Skeleton, so I saw the skeleton first.
Drum roll.
God, what is my skeleton? I'm trying to think of this. My real skeleton is I've always wanted to be the drummer in the band. So I think today's the day I would kick Peachy out of the band and I become the drummer.
Ah,
Maybe the
alright.
sub drummer.
Can you drum?
If I practice, I'd be pretty good actually. I mean, not to, no, the truth is when we rehearse and Peachy takes a break, I always end up jumping in behind the drums
Ah, so
to
you
get
got
the drummer edge up. You know, so that's my skeleton.
nice. Alright, alright, Peachy, watch out. And you?
That's very innocuous compared to like what mine is. I was trying to think of a skill because last time I was here, it was years ago. I talked about like some sort of theft that had gone on at a bar that I worked at, but I wanted to talk about something this time that wasn't incriminating. Anyway, I don't think. But yeah, when I was living in Bangalore, at the end of the time when I was there, I was bored and there wasn't a lot to do, so I filled the time by doing a lot of acid, a lot of LSD. I was eating LSD the whole summer long.
And you're okay.
I'm okay. I'm basically fine. I explained some of my employment situation, but otherwise. So this has to do with that too. And one night, I had done a lot of acid, and it came around to the next morning, and I got a job interview. Like my father called me at 8 in the morning, and I was coming down, and he was like, "I have a job interview for you at this lawn service." It was called Green Thumb Lawn Service. It would service the lawns, the nicer lawns of the Bangalore Brewer area. And so I was like, oh, great. Well, I'll go on this job interview. I need some work. When is it? And he said, well, it's in an hour. So
You were seeing green thumbs anyway.
I was like, I gotta take a shower, and I went in the shower, and the drain was going like, the water was all. I don't know. I'm sure none of you guys have ever done this, but and then I got to the lawn service place. You know,
Did you drive there?
I shouldn't have driven, but I drove. I was almost done.
Right.
But anyway, I get to the door and I knock, and the guy answers it, and he's wearing like a polo shirt and khakis and bear claw slippers. And I just freaked out. I couldn't deal with it. Like, he was interviewing me. And the whole time I was like trying to talk about my landscaping experience and my knowledge of like grass seed, and I was just staring at his feet and probably whimpering. So that's my skeleton. Is mom and dad. That's why I didn't get that job. I was on drugs. I'm sorry.
Oh, you deserve more than that.
You.
Oh, you get the skeleton of the day. You are the best.
Thank you.
Take it from a guy from Maine. Exactly. Wow. At least you weren't
Maine
tipping
drag.
cows. Did you tip cows?
I never tipped a cow.
Good for you. Good for you. So, what's your website?
Yeah, they always
MaYBe.WeLDeRs.com. And all information with the band is there, upcoming shows, links to our iTunes. You can download our last CD, which is the Softy EP. What else? Yeah, MaYBe.WeLDeRs.com.
Want to push a button,
All the
guys?
info there.
You go
Go
first.
for it, go.
They're gonna love.
There you go.
Let's see here.
Elizabeth Carson just walked in.
Yeah, and this has been one heck of a show. 1 second. I have to talk, boys.
We're talking.
Alright, I gotta get my little list. I have to thank Marlo and Steel Notes Magazine one more time for being the who, and I have to thank Joff Wilson for filling in, for being my
Good job.
buddy fill-in at the beginning of the show. Cindy Stardust, Cologne, Stu, Chicken Legs, Richard, Renee, Queens, Anna Hussick, Maybe the WeLDeRs, Walter Stedding, thank you for talking with me. Frank Terenzio, thanks for playing with him. And Caroline Stewart, my I want to thank Moon too, my best helper. And of course we love Otto Schmunkenhead. Sunday. Come see us play on Sunday. Come at 7. And then hang out for the whole darn night. Yeah. Have a great night. We'll be here next Wednesday. Happy holidays. And talk about a lot of shit. Yeah.
It's a place to get your 15 minutes of fame. Let me tell you, keeping it real, keeping it rude. It's through the eyes of Rue, keeping it real. who? What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it real. What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it you. What's that you say? Keeping it real.
Yeah, I got skeleton.